All right, let's get started. So firstly, I want to talk to you about the process. This is really important that you actually understand each stage. The first stage of the process is this web class. So you're currently at stage 1. After watching this web class, you are going to have a really good understanding of the industry, network marketing itself, and be able to decide if this is something you can potentially see yourself doing. Stage 2 is optional. Stage 2 is booking a call with me. Most people do decide to do this, but it is a personal preference and something that you can decide at the end of this call. So the call is basically for you to see that I'm a real human, and so that we can start building some form of trust relationship. Obviously, there is a lot of things out there online at the minute, and I guess you do have to be a little bit careful. So this just kind of helps you feel more comfortable with the next stages of the process. Stage 3 is entering the training. So when you enter the training, you will start watching about 5 hours worth of videos in your own time. Once you've watched them videos, only then will you have enough information to decide if this business is something that you want to pursue or not. The training basically covers everything you need to know about the business model. So earning potential, how you get paid, how much you can earn, the company, the background of the company, the products, the science behind the products, how the business works. Everything you need to know about this business is in that training. And please, I want to make it so clear, only then will you have enough information to decide if this business is something that you want to pursue or not. After you've watched the training, you'll obviously have been able to make a decision as to if you want to move on to stage 4 or if this isn't something that you want to do right now. If you do want to move on to stage 4 is a coaching call. This is where we do talk business. Any questions that you still have at this point, fire them at me. I'm going to be more than happy to answer them. And also we talk a little bit more in detail of the business, how I run the business, and just some other bits that you don't really need to know unless you've decided that this business is something that you want to pursue or not. All right, so firstly, let's make sure that you are in the right place. I've got like 3 categories that I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into. And if you fit into one of them categories, then obviously amazing, you are in the right place for sure. Okay, so for me, when I hear the word employee, I hear restriction, because being an employee restricts you in every possible way. No matter where you are an employee, whether you're an employee in Australia, in the UK, in Spain, wherever it is, you're still doing the same shit, but in a different country. You're still limited to how many holidays you can take, when you can take them, when you have to come into work, how many hours you work, what you wear, what you say, what you do. It restricts you in every possible way. And if you're sick of that and you want to start working for yourself, you fit into category 1. Or maybe you fit more into category 2. If you're anything like me, you have wasted endless hours of time scrolling through social media and binge watching Netflix. Thankfully, I reached a point where I realized them behaviors just weren't serving me in any way, shape, or form. And I decided I wanted to utilize my time to do things that were going to benefit me and my future self, i.e., make money. Category 3 is something that I am so happy I am not a part of anymore, because the impact that this has on your life is massive. And that is toxic work environments. Unfortunately, they are everywhere. And if you are part of a work environment that isn't toxic, you are so lucky, because that's rare. The reason why they're everywhere is a whole new topic, and maybe we can chat about that on the discovery call. But for now, if you are part of a toxic work environment and you're resonating with this and you want to get away from that because it's affecting your mental health or it's making your life miserable, then it's awesome that you're here, because network marketing is the total opposite to that. So if that sounds like more of an environment that you would want to work in, then you fit into category 3. Chances are you fit into all of them categories. If that's the case, we have that in common. Obviously now I'm in a completely different situation to when I started, but when I started, I literally resonated with each one of those points. If that's the case for you, then that's awesome. You can be 100% sure you're in the right place. Let's get started and actually talk about what network marketing is. So I'm going to give an analogy. I want you to think of a hot tub that you've just bought, okay? Your mates come around and they ask you where you got it, and you tell them. And then two of your mates go and buy that same hot tub. You literally just marketed that company's product, but obviously you didn't get paid for it. So what network marketing is, instead of marketing people's products for free, like we do on a daily basis, we get paid to do that. And we get paid a very generous sum. And the reason that the company is able to pay us a lot of money is because instead of this company paying millions to advertising and other resources within their company, we basically do that and they pay that money to us. Network marketing is otherwise known as affiliate marketing. They are the same thing. There are other network marketing schemes, affiliate schemes, Adidas, Amazon, eBay, Nike, they all have similar programs. So that is network marketing in a nutshell. All right, so what is the difference between network marketing and just selling products? The biggest difference is it provides us with a residual income. So I'm going to inform you of the 3 different types of income. So the first one is an active income. You probably currently earn this. 90% of the population earn an active income. So this is where you trade your time for money. So you receive money in exchange for time. Okay, it's like a direct swap. It's baffling to me that so many people earn an active income because time is our most valuable asset. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, they all say if they could exchange everything they have for time, more time on this planet, they would do it in a heartbeat. So when you look at it like that, if most people earn an active income, you can see why so many people are trapped and so many people don't have the time or money to do what they love. You're constantly exchanging your most valuable asset for money, and it's usually like a very small amount. Of course, you're not going to have any form of freedom. So freedom comes when you start earning either a passive or a residual income. Passive income, an example of that is investing. So you can invest a small amount of money and then 2 weeks later it's worth 100 times more than what it was. This is great in a sense. However, it can be very unsustainable and it can also be a lot to do with luck. But even so, of course, I'm still an advocate for a passive income over an active income. A residual income is where you put the work in once and then you get paid over and over again for that same work that you did potentially years ago. So a great example is a book. You know, people spend a lot of time and effort and energy writing this book, and they will literally get paid for that book for the rest of their life. It's definitely more sustainable than a passive income, but of course it requires hard work, it requires dedication, and it requires your time to build that up in order to reach a stage where you're actually earning for doing nothing. Quite a few of my friends have had this situation where they've gone on holiday and they've actually come back richer than when they left. And that is just the beauty of a residual income. So a residual income will provide you with time, location, and ultimately financial freedom. Usually you achieve time and location freedom first, and the financial freedom comes a little bit later on. Kind of self-explanatory, don't really need to go into them too much, but obviously you can pause the screen and read these. So time and location freedom, choose when you work, choose where you do it. Financial freedom is really when you start to earn that residual income. I'm at the stage where I've achieved time and location freedom, and financial freedom is like I'm getting close, but I'm not quite there yet. Of course, I'm in a great financial situation, but when we talk about full financial freedom, that's a whole new ball game. So the reason a residual income is the pathway to freedom is because if you can choose where you work, when you work, and you have an uncapped income coming into your bank, you then have achieved complete freedom. All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about some network marketing facts. They're probably going to blow your mind like they did with me. It is the second highest paid industry in the world, sport being first, unsurprisingly. It actually creates more self-made millionaires in comparison to any other industry. 80% of women who currently make six figures do it from network marketing, and it's the biggest equalizer. There is no judgment. Anybody can do it, which is the most beautiful thing about network marketing, I think. All right, so is network marketing the future of sales? Honestly, I really do believe so. Everything's moving online. Like, there's a huge shift. It's already begun. And therefore, in-shop sales are plummeting and online sales are constantly on the rise. So usually if you would start a business like a calf or start to sell products on Amazon or something like that, you're literally starting from scratch. Whereas with network marketing, especially our company, it's 50 years old. All of that background work has already been done for you. So the third point kind of refers to category 3 that I was talking about earlier on in the presentation. Literally everybody is here to help you. Like, everyone wants to see you succeed. Nobody sees you as competition. Nobody is going to like step on your toes to get to where they want to be. Instead, it's the total opposite. So that's kind of what I was talking about with that toxic environment. It just does not exist in network marketing. And I think something that is like so incredible, not only does it not destroy your mental health, this business has helped me become a version of myself I didn't even know could ever exist. When I started this business, I was a complete shell of a human. So many different mental health disorders. And now it's like I completely forget that person ever existed, because I'm quite literally the best version of myself right now. And I have only got network marketing to thank for that. So not only does it not destroy your mental health, it will literally help you become the happiest, healthiest version of yourself that has ever existed. All right, I'm going to talk a little bit about high ticket versus low ticket. So high ticket products are things like phones, equipment, cars, expensive products. Low ticket products are things like shakes, perfumes, makeup, stuff like that. So you might have seen on your Facebook other people selling these products, like your perfumes, your shakes, and things like that. It's amazing. I love to support other network marketing businesses. As you can see, I'm super passionate about the industry. So if I can help someone else in their network marketing business, of course, I'm going to do that. However, I would never personally choose to work in a low ticket network marketing company. And the main reason for that is, in order to make any form of income that you can live off, you'd need to sell hundreds of products a month. Whereas with high ticket, you literally need to sell one a month and you're sweet. So I know what I would rather do. What would you guys rather do? What products do I work with? You might be thinking. As I said at the start, this presentation isn't to talk about anything to do with the business model. And the reason for that is the training explains everything to do with this business model so much better than I can. You actually need to visualize the product. You need to see the experiments being done. You need to watch the videos in order to really understand the products, okay? They can't just be spoken about. However, what I will say is, if you're passionate about health, planet sustainability, chemical-free living, and plastic waste reduction, then you will literally love our products. A piece of advice from me. I'm just going to give you one piece of advice on this whole call, and this is it. This person stood next to me on the left is my beautiful cousin Victoria. She's not just my cousin, she is honestly my best friend, my mum, my everything. She was the person that saved me a couple of years ago and just became my whole world. The person on the right is a guy called Balaj. I've never met him. He is in the same business as me, and he's been doing it for 9 years now. So question, who am I going to take advice from? If both of these people were to give me advice, who am I going to take it from? Is it going to be the guy I've never met? Or is it going to be my cousin, who obviously I know, love, and trust? You're probably thinking my cousin, right? No. Balaj is exactly where I want to be in life. However, my cousin is not. She's in an amazing job. She earns 150,000 a year, but she's limited to when she can take holidays. She sits in front of a desk all day, every day. She's restricted to the hours that she has to work. She only gets 4 weeks holiday a year, and she has to take 3 of them at Christmas, leaving her with just 1 week's holiday a year. Is she where I want to be? Like, not at all. She's so far from where I want to be. So I'm not going to take advice from someone that's been employed for 15 years and has no form of freedom. And thank God I understood this when I started my business, because my cousin begged me not to start this business. And imagine if I'd have listened to her. Like, I don't even want to think about what I'd be doing with my life right now if I did listen to her. But Large, on the other hand, he's been in this business for 9 years. His life is one big holiday. He's just had a baby. He's got a beautiful wife. They literally go to all these incredible places together. Money is not an issue. He has complete time, location, and financial freedom. And that is exactly where I want to be in life. Okay, so you might be thinking, well, I've got no experience. How am I going to do this? I just want you to know, neither did we. And there's a big reason why we had no experience and we were still able to succeed in this business. And that reason is because of the training and our communities. So what's the training? We have already touched on the discovery process. This is the part that's going to talk to you all about the business model that we work with. So I've already gone over that. I'm not going to do that again. But we also have what's called the School of Marketing. So you won't actually look at this until after stage 4. So this is when you've kind of committed to starting your business. What the School of Marketing is step-by-step videos to take you through the whole of your business. So everything you need to know about how to set up your business, the School of Marketing is going to teach you how to do that. We also have our wonderful communities. Now, what these are Facebook groups that we have created that include everyone that is basically on the same journey as you. They're incredible. I could honestly talk all day about these communities and how amazing it is to be part of something where so many like-minded people are working together towards the same goal. We have weekly team calls from various different people, including each other. And it is just the most beautiful, safe space that I've ever been a part of. Like I say, I could talk all day about them. However, you really have to be involved to understand how beautiful they are and how much they're going to help you. Another bit of help that you get, something that is really going to help you, is me as your coach. I've been in this business for 1.5 years now, and I would definitely say I have made a success of it so far. So when you get to work one-on-one with someone that has already walked the path you're about to walk, of course, that is going to be a huge help to you. I like to have one-on-one calls with my team to establish their strengths and weaknesses and really help them focus on what they need to focus on in order to improve. I pretty much do everything for you at the start, and you only start taking that over once you feel comfortable and ready. But most importantly, I am literally on the other end of the phone. Anytime you're stuck on something, I'm there to help, like literally every step of the way. So how much does the training cost? So I got a few prices up of some other things so that you can compare this training to some other stuff. A business management course is going to cost you roughly $135,000. A coach up to $300 an hour. And the average business startup is about $22,000 in your first year. So how much do you guys pay for this training? It is a one-off payment of $140 if you're in Australia, or £77 if you are in the UK. This is completely risk-free. So if you do watch the videos and you decide that they're not for you, of course you get your money back. So you might be thinking, okay, well, what's the point in charging for this? Aside from the fact that it does take endless hours of ongoing time to put all of this together, welcome to entrepreneurship. Investing in yourself is a huge part of stepping away from the employee mindset. And honestly, if you're not willing to invest £77 in yourself and your future, I can tell you right here, right now, you are definitely not ready for entrepreneurship. And the second reason is studies have proved time and time again that when we pay for something, we value it. It works best in both of our favors. It saves me checking up and constantly asking, have you watched the videos yet? And also it helps you potentially get started on this incredible journey sooner than you would otherwise. Apologies for the difference in lighting here, guys. The previous recording was this morning and this one is in the evening as my battery decided to die earlier on. So here we are again a few hours later. On the last slide, so what now? You have three options. Maybe you've decided that network marketing isn't something that you want to pursue right now. And if that's the case, that is totally fine. Just flick me a message and let me know so that I can remove you from my system. Hopefully you've decided that it is something you want to learn more about. And if that's the case, there's actually going to be two buttons below this video that you can choose from. The first one's going to say get started now. If you feel like this video was enough for you and you're really keen and eager to get into the training and see what the business model is all about now, then that's the button you're going to choose. If that's the case, awesome. Just send me a message and let me know that that's what you've decided to do. Or maybe you do want to book a call with me and get to know each other a little bit. If that's the case, that's awesome. I love these calls, like they're super fun for me, and I love getting to know about you and your journey. So one thing I didn't actually mention at the start of this presentation, because you wouldn't have understood it just yet, but you will now, is what we also do on these calls is I will help you create your account and get you into the training. I find that this works incredibly well because a lot of the time people do run into issues with password and setting up their account and saving the correct links and things like that. So when we actually do it on the call, I can make sure that everything is running smoothly and set up correctly. So it saves us both a lot of time in the future. So if booking a call is something you'd want to do, you can click that button that says book a call. It will take you to my booking schedule, or you can flick me a message and we can do that over Messenger. Either way, please just send me a screenshot of your chosen time. With that being said, all that is left for me to say is thank you so much for your time. I really look forward to chatting with you guys soon.